What if the difference between stress and success, between chaos and clarity, between burnout and balance, was just how you use your time? Hello, friends. Today we're going to talk about 15 strategies used by successful people themselves that will increase your productivity to the next level, reduce stress, and maintain a healthy work-life balance. These are not theories. These are real-life practices used by the world's top performers. In today's distracting world, managing time is crucial. In today's world, your entire day is spent checking your mobile notifications. And not only that, these notifications also waste your valuable time. Time is something you can't get back, even if you want to. So whatever you have to do it today and now, not tomorrow, not someday, now. You have 40 minutes in a day. How you use them becomes extremely important. Kevin Kruse researched and interviewed various successful people, including Mark Cuban, Richard Branson, and Jack Dorsey. Have you ever thought, if I had more time, I could devote more time to my health, family, and personal goals? Kevin Kruse interviewed 13 billionaires, 13 Olympic athletes, 29 top-performing students, and 234 entrepreneurs. Kevin Kruse has described all the strategies they use to achieve success in this book. So now the question is, what do they do differently? So let's begin today's book summary. 15 Secrets Successful People Know About Time Management by Kevin Kruse. In this summary, we are going to learn those 15 secrets. Secret number 1 is, time is your most valuable asset. Every success story starts with this realization. Time is our most valuable asset because everyone knows that once time is gone, it will never come back. For example, an employee has to choose between two tasks, either answering regular emails as usual or working on a high-priority project that directly affects the company. Recognizing that time is limited, they choose to devote more time to the high-priority project because it is essential to achieving the company's long-term goals. Even if both tasks seem urgent, similarly, in personal life, a person has to choose between two tasks. The choice can be between scrolling through social media or reading a book. Understanding the value of time, if they spend that time reading a book, they will definitely learn something valuable that brings them happiness and improves their life. In both situations, this first secret is trying to tell us that time is very valuable. Don't waste it. Always focus your time on important tasks. Secret number 2. Master the 168-hour week. Stop thinking day by day. Start thinking week by week. This secret teaches us that if you have a lot of work, you can allocate time for each task, not just by day, but by the entire week. Imagine a student balancing education, part-time work, social activities, and personal hobbies. Instead of focusing only on daily tasks, they can adopt an approach that focuses on the entire week. That student can do their schoolwork on Mondays and make time to meet friends on Fridays and Wednesdays. Recognizing the need for self-care and relaxation, they can exercise and stretch every morning throughout the week. One can set aside an hour for meditation. They can also take out time on the weekend to pursue their personal hobbies, thus utilizing their 28 hours to the fullest. By thinking about the entire week, students can take this approach and find time to complete their commitments and activities in a consistent manner. Let's move on to our third secret. Secret number 3. Know where your time goes. You can't control what you don't measure. The third secret tells us that we need to figure out where our time is going or being wasted. Suppose an employee has been assigned a project but is unable to complete it efficiently. They simply don't have enough time to complete it. Then they decide to track their time throughout the week. Where is the time being wasted? Throughout the week, they carefully record their activities, noting the time spent on every work meeting, answering emails, social media projects, work breaks, and personal activities. At the end of the week, they analyze their time and find that their day has been wasted. A significant portion of his time is spent on non-urgent meetings and social media. He realizes that these activities don't align with his primary goals or contribute significantly to his productivity. Using this information, he makes changes. When possible, he avoids non-essential meetings or rejects meetings that aren't valuable. He also limits his social media use during work hours and sets aside special time for it during breaks. He tracks his time to identify where he's wasting it and then allocates his time accordingly. This way, he manages his time well. Secret number 4. Focus on your most important tasks. Not everything deserves your time equally. This secret tells us that we should focus only on the most important tasks. Although we have many tasks to do during the day, you should spend most of your time on the most important tasks. Imagine an entrepreneur with tasks to do, for example. Developing the product, marketing, managing finance and networking. He can set his work as per priority. For example, if he knows that he has very little time left to make the prototype, then he can stop all other work and devote more time to making the prototype first. Even if he gives less time to other tasks, like marketing and networking, it will be fine, because if your product itself is not good, then marketing and networking will not be that beneficial. So, while giving priority to your work, find out the tasks which are more important, and similarly, an entrepreneur can also set his valuable time as per his priority, and can use his time effectively, and can also achieve his goal and can also get success in business. Secret number 5. Set specific goals. Vague goals create vague results. Specific goal here means that your goal should be specific. If I explain it to you with an example, then suppose your life goal is that I want to become a big man. Now, this goal is not specific to you. You know that I want to become big, but you do not know which one. You will have to specify which industry you want to work in or which business you want to become big in. Let's understand this with another example. Suppose a professional wants advancement in his career and sets a goal that he wants to progress in his career. This is not a specific goal. A specific goal for him would be to reach a managerial role in this company in the next 2 years. Now, this is a specific goal. We can also clearly understand what the person wants. Now, if he has a specific goal, he will divide his goal into small steps and then find out what skills and experience are required for this role. Then, he can make a proper plan to achieve it. If he needs any further education, he can do it, or if he needs mentorship, he can do it. Now, just think how easy we have made it by specifying a goal. Imagine, if this professional's goal was not clear to him, he would never know what he should do next. Friends, you see, we can specify a goal and create a path to achieve it. Secret number 6. Focus on being productive, not busy. Busy looks impressive. Productive changes lives. You have to focus on being productive, not busy. There's a huge difference between the two. Let's understand with an example. Suppose there are 2 people, person A and person B. Person A is juggling all the tasks simultaneously. He is also attending various meetings, replying to emails non-stop, and juggling multiple tasks simultaneously. On the other hand, person B has analyzed all the tasks and chosen only his most important and effective tasks. Now, person A will be distracted all the time because he's juggling too many tasks simultaneously, including tasks that aren't essential. Person B is only doing one task at a time, but he's doing the essential work. Of these 2, person B is the most productive and also producing the highest quality work. If you have a lot of work, you'll only need to do the most important work. If you're also busy like person A, if you continue to do this, you'll lag behind person B and won't be able to enjoy life as well as person B. Because person B is doing only one task at a time, he'll have fewer problems. Person A will have more problems because he's juggling multiple tasks at the same time. So from this secret, we learned that we need to stay focused, not busy. Remember, only with focus will you be able to do any task well. Secret number 7. Use a journal and planner. Clarity on paper creates clarity in life. This secret explains the importance of planning and how important it is for us. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose a person wants to improve their productivity and organizes all their tasks using a planner. Every morning, they create a to-do list and write down all their tasks according to their deadlines and priorities. They also write down the time they need to allocate for each task. Now they have a structured plan for the day. Throughout the day, they complete all their tasks according to their list, staying focused. He works with the task and gives it the time it needs, ticking off the tasks that are completed. At the end, he checks that all his tasks are done. If any work remains, he adds it to the next day's list. With a proper plan, we can efficiently manage our entire day's time, and this greatly increases our productivity because we know when and for how long. This increases our focus and reduces our stress. Now just think, if you have a fixed time for every task, then there's no question of wasting time. The secret number 8, learn to say no. Saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. You have to learn to say no. You can't say yes to everything. To focus, you have to set boundaries and prioritize. Imagine if everyone leaves you with any task, then you won't have time to focus on your work. Imagine an employee. He is given an additional project and is asked to attend many meetings, and he also says yes to everything. Now, when his workload increases, its effect is visible in his output as well. The quality of his work also falls, and when its effect starts on his productivity, he starts saying no. If any work is going against his productivity priority capacity, then he clearly refuses to do that work. For example, if someone tells him that you have to join this meeting, but that meeting has no specific purpose, and that meeting is only increasing his workload, then he refuses that meeting with respect, and you should also do the same. You will have to say no to those tasks which are increasing your workload and are not letting you focus on the important work. If you learn to say no in life, then you will be able to save your energy time and will be able to do quality work as well as you will be able to focus on your work. Secret number 9, delegate effectively. Delegation is not weakness, it is wisdom. If you have a lot of work, you can distribute it among your team members. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose a team leader has a lot of work, and because of this, he is gaining valuable value. He thinks that he can share a lot of work with his team members. After that, he analyzes all the work carefully and identifies some tasks in which his expertise is not needed and his decision-making is not engaging him. Then he distributes that work among specific team members. For example, he assigns a meeting to someone or asks someone to organize an event. In this way, by delegating his work, the team leader can focus his entire and valuable time on creating high-level strategies, managing the team, and planning. He can also spend his time on tasks in which he actually specializes. By doing this, you are also giving your team members an opportunity so that they can learn new skills. Secret number 10, use technology wisely. Technology should work for you, not control you. This secret is trying to tell us that we should use technology to increase our productivity, not to increase distraction. Suppose a person is using digital tools to manage their work and communicate, and in the meantime, they are repeatedly bothered by notifications from social media and other useless apps. Opening those notifications distracts them from their work, and later they wonder, what am I doing? This secret is trying to tell us that we should use technology for good. You can use some strategies for this, such as turning off notifications for non-essential apps. You can set some specific time during your work schedule to check your email and notifications. For example, you can set 30 minutes at the end of every day to check all social media and email in these 30 minutes, and for the rest of the day, you will be distracted from your work. Everything can be good and bad. In today's world, technology has many advantages as well as disadvantages. If you use everything within limits and for good, your productivity will definitely increase. Secret number 11, batch similar tasks together. Switching costs more time than you think. This secret tells us another good trick to save time and increase productivity. That is, we should create groups for similar tasks. Suppose a freelancer is a writer and works on many projects simultaneously. He has two choices. Either he can do any task at random, or he can create a group of similar tasks and set a specific time for them. For example, he can do all his article writing work in the morning, research work in the afternoon, and other work in the evening. Now, just imagine, if he does any task at any time, he will have to change his work and all the resources used in it frequently. Suppose he has 3 projects, article writing and 2 research projects. If he completes one writing task first, he will have to open separate websites and tools for research. If he starts writing articles again, he will have to turn off the research tools and then open the writing tools again. Now, just imagine how much time this will waste. This is why grouping similar tasks is so important. Secret number 12. Use rituals to maximize productivity. Rituals remove decision fatigue. You can create rituals or routines to increase your productivity. Suppose an entrepreneur wants to increase his work productivity. He creates a morning ritual. He will wake up early, exercise, meditate, and remember his goals. By consistently following this ritual, he can boost his energy because he no longer needs to plan daily. He has established a ritual for what he needs to do, and he will be mentally prepared to accomplish his tasks. This will also keep his mind focused. We can understand another similar example. Someone can create a ritual for the end of his day. He can make a to-do list for the next day. He can organize his workspace well, remember the good things he did today, and also make a clear plan for his next day. So the simple meaning is that you should also create rituals in your day so that you can stay focused in your life. Secret number 13. Stay healthy. No success is worth sacrificing your health. This secret tells us that in the pursuit of productivity and time management, you cannot forget your health. It is very important to remain physically and mentally healthy. Suppose there is a professional who is so busy in his work that he sometimes misses his meals and sometimes cannot find time for exercise. He is not able to find time for his family and friends. Due to being so busy in work, he becomes very mentally disturbed. And all these things also have a huge impact on his health. Then he decides that he also had time left for his health. He created a proper routine that included proper exercise, drinking enough water, and getting enough sleep. Exercise and proper sleep significantly improved his focus, making him physically and mentally healthier. No work is more important than your life. You also need to make time for your health. Secret number 14. Optimize your environment. Your environment shapes your focus. Your environment plays a vital role in focusing on any task. Suppose a professional is working from home. He has children at home, and his wife is also doing household chores. Because of this, he was unable to focus on his work. We can understand the same example of a student who is preparing for an exam and is unable to focus at home because the children are making noise. Everyone is doing their work and making noise. Because of this, focusing becomes very difficult. Optimizing the environment is very important. If you have a special meeting, you can tell your family members, "You can finish your work a little later. I have an important meeting." Or you can go somewhere far away and attend the meeting alone. Overall, to focus on any work, you will have to optimize your environment. Only then will you be able to focus completely on your work. And our last secret is secret number 15. Never stop learning. Learning keeps you relevant. Learning is very important for self-improvement and skill development. If you want to see book summaries on learning, you can check it on our channel. In today's times, learning has become very important because new technology is being used in every work today. And to use these technologies, you will have to learn first. And in today's times, you cannot move forward without learning. To understand learning better, you must check our learning videos. So friends, this is where our book summary ends today. Do let us know how you liked this book summary by commenting. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then subscribe to this channel, like the video, and comment. This will consistently boost our motivation. If you think this video can be beneficial for your friends, then share it with everyone. See you soon with another better video. Thank you so much.